The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is a note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. The secret... there's a reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. Terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne, and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Okay, I don't think she planned for this one, so there might be a lot of contradictions in her statement. It didn't look like she planned for this one. Or this testimony that's coming up. Very well, I'll grant you a request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my dear little maple leaf? I swear to God, this judge is fucking weird. This judge is so fucking weird, man. I actually prefer the chef over this judge. Like, I prefer Armstrong over this judge. At least Armstrong, I mean, he's kind of funny. And, yeah, that's about it for Armstrong. That's his good points. He's comical occasionally. But this judge is just weird. Really weird. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Alright, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. Surprised you lived through that. That's a pretty long drop. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money, so I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Okay, that was a pretty good cover-up story. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Well then, if that happened, why would... Like, if logically that happened, if that was the truth, why would Valerie be threatening to come out with this quote-unquote truth? Why would she be revealing her sister? Why would she even feel the need to reveal her sister's identity? Or come out with the truth of this, whatever went on? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Oh, come on, you remember. Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. I'm just imagining him, like, just saying that completely out loud in court, and everybody hears him like, what? That'd be comical. Anyway, that's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us in the lobby. Yeah, okay, come on, that didn't happen that long ago. I still remember this. Although, thank you for reminding me, just in case I did take a break somewhere in here. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Oh, man. I'm really glad somebody, like, a whole bunch of people just pointed, or I had a couple people point it out for me. In the comments. That, she was Dahlia Hawthorne. I think I might have had, like, a lot of trouble with this. If I just went in here without reading those comments. Because I totally, like, I tried to remember the skate, or the tutorial in the beginning and who she was, but I completely forgot about that. Or at least a good amount of it. Anyway, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Wait, okay, yeah, okay, let's go back here. What do we want to do here? 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Okay. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. As she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. Okay. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So start a new life. It's the moment of truth for this witness too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Okay, I actually don't know what that is. I'm almost tempted to look that up again, because there's been like... I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like... I don't even... Yeah, I don't actually know what that is. I've never heard that word before. Oh well, I just gotta prove that the kidnapping was a hoax. Okay, kidnapping was a hoax. So, kidnapped by Mr. Falls. I'm trying to find like one piece of evidence here that... Or one statement that I think is kind of... Maybe I can press on or get further into. The ransom price was a raw diamond. Okay, so this would make sense right now. I don't think there's anything... This would make sense if it was true. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. So she gave the diamond... tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. Now... Okay, so if we're talking shoving off the bridge from behind, so that means she would have fell through the hole in the bridge where there was no railing. Do we have a picture of the bridge? Is that it? No. No, that doesn't help me. And that one's not that. Does this one have a little bit of the bridge? Yeah, this was the old bridge. Okay, that's what it looked like. So I'm gonna assume they were standing. Well, if she fell off there, though, she would have died for certain. Wouldn't she? Because that's just rocks right there. Yeah, because that'd be way too close to the coast. Or just a rocky, like, little rocky beach right there. It's not really a beach. I don't know what to call that. Like, so she's saying that she fell through the bridge, basically. At least that's what I'm assuming from... Or her saying that's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. So, he pushed her back. She would have fallen, and then she would have fallen straight down to the rocks. And that would have just been death. Like, you couldn't live that. You couldn't live through that. It would make more, like, I was just assuming, like, she fell through, like, he just threw her off the bridge off the side. That would make more sense. So... Possibly this is the only thing I have showing the bridge, really. Because if you fell off the bridge from there, you would have died. Just certainly died. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. Wait, a push on your back? Oh, maybe I did mess that up. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said, that's impossible. Impossible? I said the court would call the condition of Dusty Bridge. Now in 5 years ago. And it's Dusky Bridge, not Dusty Bridge. Whatever, it could be Dusty, I guess. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. Yeah, so there's the hole right there. And, like, now I'm thinking, if we're looking at the bridge right now, just, this will come my logic, you'd have to land anywhere from the left of the victim little bubble onward to land safely in that water, to even have like the slightest chance to live. Because anything where the victim is, like where the victim's standing, the whole victim circle, and to the right of that, that's just certain death. You'd land on rocks, or you'd land on rocks like right under the water. But it'd probably get deep enough if you were like further in towards where like the green circle is. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, even if she got pushed back a little bit, like if she fell anywhere on that side where she's at, then that would just be death. Like, there's no way you'd live through that. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. The most certain death. Okay, bedrock, that's what you'd call it. I can't believe I didn't think of that, actually. I tried to say it was a beach. I feel kind of stupid now. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why? For all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in water level wouldn't have made a difference. It's just like, damn it, I don't know how water works. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Yeah, I don't think the river would have changed that much in just 5 years. Like, if it was like 20 years, maybe there would have been that would have held some leverage on this case. It would have actually made a difference, but since it's only 5 years, like, that's really not... I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be that much. It wouldn't be enough to change that being certain death. The defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back of the end of the bridge. What? What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Flawless panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like, or that's what I was stating earlier, like, if she landed anywhere close to where she's standing, she still would have died. Like, there's probably rocks right under there. Like, the river doesn't just drop, it probably just, like, slowly goes down. Into the, like, it slowly gets deeper into the water. It's probably not just, like, instantly deep right there. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. Therefore, you could have pushed the... yeah, I already read that. Yeah, right there. If she would have landed there, she still would have died. Even if she fell into the river right there, like, there's got to be, like, at least... It still would have been high, like, the bottom of the river right there would have been high enough to kill her still. She'd have to be pushed from where the killer is into the river, I think. At least this is me thinking of rivers that I know. I may be overthinking this. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. What are you pulling now? Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. Then again... that's also something I was thinking of. Maybe this is... I'm just taking an assumption here. What she's going to bring up is... what, do we have the photo of the bridge? Yeah. How would you fall off that? That's like... Yeah, that's actually a really secure side for a bridge. That'd be actually kind of hard to fall off of. That's also something else I wanted to keep in mind. That's why I was... because I remember looking at this, and then I just kind of... That's why it led me to the assumption that she fell off the back of the bridge, and not that she fell off the side, because it had the side wiring on it. So that would have been like, she would have just hit the... If she was pushed, she would just hit the side wire and then fell back onto the bridge. She'd literally have to, like, lay down and scoot through the wires to fall down into the water. Anyway. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. It's what I'm thinking of, right? Please? Please be what I'm thinking of? I'm gonna present the witness photo just because I think I think I have the right train of thought here. Your Honor, all these answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. And we've stated multiple times that the bridge hasn't changed at all. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. Yeah, but if he broke through the wire, then half of the bridge would just be swinging off. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown... Yeah, but she said pushed, not thrown also. Although I'm sorry, I'm just imagining him picking her up and throwing her off the bridge. Oh, that's funny. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right... Yeah, oh, true. I forgot that too. Whoops. Sorry. He had been shot in the right arm. Ah, and more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him, at point-blank range. Huh. Alright, actually, I didn't read what Edgeworth said there. I think he just went like, ugh. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? Clearly impossible. I mean, yeah, if Valerie wanted to stop him from picking her up and throwing her off, if, like, it was going along with that logic, Valerie would have been easily able to shoot him in, like, the head. Order, order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped out into the Eagle River intentionally. Oh, that is quite a jump, honestly. What is this? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into the raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But, even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for you jumping into the river. Oh? Then what is it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. The fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River. That would be the diamond then, because she had the diamond on her. Because she put the diamond into her backpack, so maybe she wanted to get a loan, she wanted to get the $2 million alone. "5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. No. It can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why's that? Why that's simply ridiculous. Order, order, order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying that she participated in her sister's kidnapping. Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices, and the accomplices, if I don't bite my lip while talking, both your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Hee hee.